Hey, what's up? This is Martin from Zadas Gaming, and I'm here today with another Hustle Castle video. So this video is going to be an introduction to Djembe. So if some of you watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that I recently upgraded to Throne Room 8, and as such that unlocked Djembe for me. So I just wanted to do an introduction. I know that a lot of people have also done the upgrade during the last rune event. So there's a lot of new Throne Room 8 people out there. And if you are Throne Room 9, 10, 11, obviously this video might not be as valuable for you. Hopefully you still watch it and still enjoy it, and still like and subscribe to the channel. But if you are just new to Throne Room 8, then hopefully this video will just make Djembe a little bit more understandable and know what to do a bit better. I mean, it is relatively straightforward, but there's just a few tips that I'd recommend doing. So with Djembe, if you have premium, then you can do 2 free runs of it. If you don't have premium, then you have the 1 free run. And then once you've used your 3 runs up, you then get to use apples for 2 runs, and then after that you do have to pay diamonds if you want to do any more runs. So it's worth trying to get your squad as optimized as possible so you get the most out of each of your runs. Now, to be honest, at the moment my squad is not the best it could be. I'm still running it at arena bracket 5x47, so I haven't actually moved up to 5x55 yet, and to be honest, the gear's not that great either, so I definitely need to start looking at the gear. So it's worth just still doing the Djembe, doing it as much as you can and getting as far as you can throughout the fights, just so that you're getting those resources ready for when you can use them. So if we click onto Djembe here, basically Djembe is another PvP arena kind of style. So what you're basically doing is you are taking up to 12 units, so 12 fighters, into a series of fights, and you need to defeat the 15 enemy squads, and at the end of that you'll receive a chest which has got a variety of resources in there, from dust, scrolls, and hopefully gems, and also Kraken tokens. The further you get through to the end of those 15 fights, the better the resources are going to be and the more of them that you're going to get. But understandably, the actual fights get harder as well. I don't tend to get to the end of the 15 at the moment, but I just run as far as I can go. So like the arena, you do get a currency, and that is in Kraken tokens. And Kraken tokens can be used to spend in the Djembe store. And there's quite a few things that you can buy. So you can buy spells that, again, like the portal, are specific to Djembe and can only be used within Djembe fights. Personally, I wouldn't recommend spending any Kraken token on these. Below that, you then have gems. So these are going to be random gems. So you can't pick and choose, damage, health, those kind of things. So they are going to be random. But you can go for a violet, blue, or a green gem. Obviously, it's quite a big jump in price for a violet gem. But personally, I would save all of your Kraken tokens up to get a violet gem over these two. If you're desperate to fill a slot, then you could go for a blue gem. Personally, I wouldn't even bother with a green gem. I would ideally go for the violet gems. Then you have Scrolls of Success, and then you can get these chests as well, which contain certain things in. So you could get, you will get 2 to 4 of the green gems, 4 to 7 of these ones, and some dust. And then you might get some of these, which is going to be unlikely. And they are quite expensive for what you get. So personally, I wouldn't even recommend these either. I would just save up your Kraken tokens and get your gems here. So that's what I'm going to do basically. So we'll close that. And then we'll start one of the free journeys. So here I'm just going to add in some more to my squad. So I don't have everybody, but I'm going to put in these. So that would do 8 out of 12. I don't have any more that have got equipment. I mean, these are all leveled up to 45, but I've just not equipped them yet. and then we'll confirm. And yep, that's if you want to take more units, so I'm not going to bother. And we can add some spells. So for this, I'm just going to use Icy Traps. That tends to be the recommended spell to go for, because obviously it freezes the enemy, which gives you time to, time for your mages to resurrect anyone that dies. The thing with Djembe is that any dwellers or any fighters that die between fights, you can't resurrect them, so they're basically gone. So you want to kind of keep your tank as strong as possible, taking as much damage as possible, and keep on healing them so that they're protecting everyone behind. Now you can, once per day, watch this ad, and what that'll do is restore all of your units. So if any of them become injured or die, then you can watch this and it will restore them the once. I wouldn't recommend doing this until they are all dead. There's no point watching an ad just to heal a couple. So I wouldn't recommend doing that, other than if they'd all died and you wanted to continue. You can get some help, so you can go to Mercenaries, and here you can hire different mercenaries to come and fight with you. So we have tanks, we then have mages, and then we have the archer. So the archer is going to be more expensive, but definitely very useful. It all depends on if you want to spend diamonds or not. Typically the more expensive one is going to be the better of them. So that's kind of just a decision that you want to make. If you've got surplus diamonds and you want to get through the djembes and get all of those resources, then that's your decision. When you first start in, I would probably just do it without mercenaries and just see how far you can get, and just keep tweaking your squad until you can get further and further, and hopefully till the end. So let's get to it. So here we can see the first enemy squad and what resources we might get from it, and you can just scroll through these and see what they are. So these are all fairly low compared to mine. I do have a lot of runes, so a lot of that is fairly, to be fair, fake power, and not, I need to adjust the runes and improve on that bit as well. So let's go to it. Battle. Now people do normally recommend going in with your weakest dwellers, your weakest fighters, and getting these easier battles out of the way so that your main ones don't get injured. But I'm just going to go and see how far we can get. So second one. So right now I've got my main resurrection mage here to hopefully keep these guys alive for as long as possible. And you could slow it down so you can see where you are, so you can obviously freeze them if you're getting a bit too close to dying, which I might do now. See how we go. So that one's dead, he's been resurrected, which is good. Okay, now this is going to start getting a bit harder. The yellow ones are kind of the next step up kind of thing. So once you hit these, they start getting a tad harder. But obviously these get a lot better as well. So battle. I'll slow this down once more as well, just to keep an eye on it, really, just to make sure I can freeze the enemy, to give my resurrection mage time to resurrect anyone that might die. Now I did previously have one tank, one upfront DPS, 2 mages, and then 1 archer. But I recently changed it to have 2 archers and 1 res mage, just to test it and see how that goes. It seems to be working quite well. I've not really tested a different squad for Arena and Djembe. It's literally the same squad, same setup. So again, that might want to be played around a little bit as well. So here we go. I'll freeze those. Always resurrected him, so that's fine. Probably a waste of a freeze and icy trap, but it's not the end of the world. I seem to have a surplus of mana, so it's easy enough to create more spells. So what are we on now? We've done 7 victories, so It's not too bad, we're pretty much halfway. It's just brought this one back, so that's good. This is a really good res mage. It's helped me out a lot. So let's continue. Now you can finish whenever you want. So if you can come out of here, you can go carry on doing other things, and you can always come back if you've not finished. So we can come back here and finish up. Obviously you need to finish before the timer resets at midnight, I believe. And if you've got as far as you've got and you don't want to continue anymore, then you can claim the reward here and finish up here and get the reward from all of the previous battles. But we don't want to do that. We'll just continue. And that one's going to die quite quickly, but he's been rezzed as well, which is good. Oops, I mean to press that. So next up is number 10. It's actually doing better than I normally do, so that's good. Bit of luck for YouTube. Now, hopefully you've watched some of my previous videos. Hopefully they've helped. If they have, please do like and subscribe to my channel. It's still a very new channel. Trying to make it better and build on it and grow on it. So yeah, following me really does help. So I can do giveaways, things like that, hopefully in the future. If there's anything that you are stuck on in Hustle Castle, let me know. I'm more than happy to do a guide on anything, a video on anything. If you've got any questions, things like that, want to see anything that I've got set up, please do let me know. And yeah, more than happy to create a video. I'll just freeze them because we've had a couple of, this is where we might struggle now. So there it is, brought them both, that's good. So that would have been a bit of a pain if both of those had have died on here, and then I'd have had to have brought these in. These, to be honest, are not set up really well at all. They're literally just in the castle. I'm kind of focusing on these 5, but I really need to start working on more of my dwellers and getting the fighters a bit more equipped up and ready. So I'm going to keep slowing this down now just so we can keep an eye on things. See what's going on. So my res mage has died, which is a bit of a blow. So when my res mage dies, I haven't got a spare res mage, so I really need to start working on a spare one just so that I can swap and change and kind of keep my main guys alive. So what I'm going to do now is bring in another tank. So we'll bring this guy in and go to battle. I'm going to probably struggle now, to be honest with you. Yep, here we go. We're all dying now. And they're all dead. So that's not too bad. I've got 13 victories, 2 left. Now I could watch all of the ads. I could watch the ad and get all of these guys back. I'm not going to let you sit through watching an ad. I'm sure you've watched plenty of ads through doing your dailies. So we won't do that. We'll just hit claim reward and finish up there. So here's the contents. So get into there. We've got 830 Kraken tokens. We've got some gems and some dust. And then we might get some of these as well. And we'll hit claim reward. Claim. And what will happen is the reward will actually go into our mail. So we can find that here. And then click open. And that will open up. So here's, So here's what we've basically got. Some green gems, a armor 1, a magic damage, and a couple of crits. And then we've got some dust here. So the orange dust is good. So we want to save up on that as much as possible. So yeah, not too bad. Obviously, like I said, the Kraken tokens, I'm saving them up as much as possible to get the violet gem here. And as you can see, I've done 2 runs today already. So now, so now the first gen is going to be 75,000 apples for me. I can't remember what the next one is. I think it might be 125,000, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, we'll end the video there. Hopefully that has helped you kind of just get a bit of an introduction to Djembe and how it works. And if you do have any questions or anything like that, please do post them in the comments below. More than happy to try and help with anything. And yeah, if you did like it, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. So until next time, bye for now.